Guys, I told you can't do your rituals here.
Fine.
Living glam, living rock, living with Jonathan and Katy.
Welcome to Living with Jonathan and Katy. I'm Katy French, and my bangs are trying to kill me.
I'm Jonathan Rowell, and I've been kicked out of every coffin I've ever had sex in.
And today we're talking about a very dark and serious subject.
Death! Now, as you demons and minions know out there, Katy and I cannot die. We're actually immortal.
And although we are undead, we have been put to death many times.
In many lands.
In many eras.
Usually by villagers. Fun fact, we were actually the first people to die on the Titanic.
It's true, we choked on oysters 3 days before the iceberg.
Those were good oysters, though.
So now, let's take a walk down memory lane and look at some of our favorite deaths. Well, to find out what happens to mortals when they die, we decided to talk to a very special person, a mortician.
So please welcome our very special guest, Dame of Darkness,
Mistress of Mayhem, Amber Carvaly.
Hello.
Amber, you are a funeral director at Undertaking LA,
Yes.
which is a progressive funeral home.
Yes.
Do you have any tips on getting rid of a body?
None that I can tell you on camera.
Now, Undertaking LA is different than a corporate home because you're smaller.
Yes.
And you guys also have a unique mission.
The point of Undertaking LA is really to be more hands-on with the body, to be present with it, to not be so afraid. I'll suggest washing the body for you, and then you'll come in and we'll dress the body together. Every time it's been amazing. I don't want to say that corporate homes don't care. I always want to be really, really careful about how I talk about the funeral industry in general.
Is that because their lobbyists are threatening?
Yes, yeah. Any funeral home can do what we do, but a corporate home is like, no pun intended, this comes from like waiting tables when you say turn and burn. And the truth of the matter is it's easier for me to take the body. It's easier for me to embalm the body. It makes my job easier to do everything myself because I'm the professional.
Right.
But that's not the point. Like, you're not supposed to make death easier. You know, making death easier for you doesn't help us as a society.
Right.
The whole point to this is that we're trying to really help people grieve and be healthier as humans.
Well, that's why Undertaking LA is so cool. I can't wait to die so you guys can take care of me.
When you tell people that you're a funeral director or a mortician, what are some of the questions that you get all the time?
Really, really hate, like, what do you do with the organs question. Like, you must be really into sick stuff. And I'm like, God, no.
For the record, she gives them to us.
Yes, yes.
And we all know that the creepiest occupation is Uber driver.
You mentioned working at the bigger funeral home. That was in Hollywood.
Yes.
Did you ever embalm a celebrity?
I did not. I left right before Paul Walker died. Yeah.
Do they make you sign an agreement if you do encounter someone who's very notable to not talk about it?
Absolutely.
Like all those doctors that got fired because during the surgery they were just operating on a guy with a very abnormally large penis, and they took a picture and posted it. I mean, we all want to take pictures next to huge penises, but you cannot.
And he has many times.
Many times, but it's always with the consent. Can you tell us about making up bodies and like what makeup works well?
Maybelline is what we use at our old place, right?
Maybe she's born for it, but she definitely will
She's
die.
definitely going to die.
Would they bring you like reference photos that were very unrealistic?
There were those photos, yeah.
I would be like Kate Moss, Guest Campaign 92.
If a drag queen wanted to be buried in drag, would you, for an exception, allow a drag queen to come in and do the makeup?
That would be like the highlight of my life.
What are your do's and don'ts of funerals?
Don't talk too long. Don't get angry at your funeral director. Do touch the body, like appropriately. Say something, laugh, share. It's okay to cry. People apologize for crying all the time.
That happens to me during sex a lot.
Crying,
Yeah,
yeah.
crying and apologize. How do you enjoy life when you're constantly surrounded by the dead?
I drink a lot of Pinot Grigio.
I'm probably embalmed with Pinot Grigio
Pinot
right
Grigio,
now,
yeah.
actually.
I'm involved with rosé.
So Jonathan and I decided, because we will die again soon, probably within the month, that we wanted to practice our eulogies for each other in front of you and have you maybe give us some tips.
That's what you're wearing?
I have to. When I grieve, I get really bad hot flashes. Today we are here to celebrate the life of Jonathan CERDA-ROWELL, brother, son, and most importantly, my biggest fan. Jonathan Rowell died young, but I think he lived a happy, full life because I was in it. When I look back, I realize how much he was in awe of me. My laugh, my wardrobe, my highlights, my linens. Honestly, there's so many things I can't even go into them all. Sometimes I think he actually wanted to be me, and he tried, but he could just never quite get there. One time he was actually mistaken for my husband, and now that I look back, I just think, wow, what an honor for him. But unfortunately, as we know, a Pride Parade float crushed his body and his dreams. It's hard to imagine life without him. There are so many things he'll never get to do, and that makes me sad. He'll never get to be stunned by my beauty, or mesmerized by my vocal range, or entranced by my dancing. So to honor his memory, I know he'd want me to share my gift with the world. So I'd like to share a song I wrote, an original song called Jonathan's Eyes. In his...
Stop, that's enough.
Okay, Amber, what'd you think?
It was terrible. It was really bad.
I think I actually did a lot of good things, and I said a lot of good things about myself.
Heard the good stuff about yourself. I didn't hear a lot. I didn't hear a lot about. I can't even remember your name because you said your name so many times.
If that's how you feel about mine, let's see how Jonathan does.
Katy French was a gorgeous woman, a gorgeous white woman. She had so much in her life, her privileged white life. She had her family, her rich white family. She swept through our lives like a tornado and a hurricane sweeps through many impoverished communities throughout the world. She had comedy in her life, and that definitely made her happy. May not have made other people happy, but it definitely made her happy. And above all, she had me. And I stuck with her through thick and thin, through the tough years in her life, specifically 2012 to 2015, when she didn't know where to place the highlighter on her face, but we went through many trials, and those were tough times. I remember during those times, I was struggling to pay my rent. I was working 3 jobs, and she was in Fiji vacationing with her male financier friends. And that's fun. I'm glad she got to live that life, even though she didn't do anything to earn it. I'm so sad, you know, that Katy's gone. But maybe it's good that she died when she did, because she died at the peak, maybe a little bit past, of her beauty. She was a very white woman, and you know what they say, black don't crack, Asian don't Crasian, but white, you know, girl, that's a fright. I'm surprised that she is gone so young. She died tragically in a house flipping accident in Watts. So let's all bow our heads while I hum the theme to Love Don't Cost a Thing by her favorite artist, Jennifer Lopez.
Okay, so Amber, what do you think of Jonathan's eulogy?
With the right intonation would sound way less hateful. It was a little passive aggressive.
So, who do you think won?
This is you know, when you fail a class, you maybe get a D and someone gets an F. So the D is slightly better because you're I got a D, but you both failed. So I guess you get a D and you get an F.
So I won, and you know I love D. Well, Katy, what have we learned today?
I learned that I have been wearing the wrong highlighter for 3 years and no one told me. What did you learn?
I learned that bodies are like nuts. You can't find most of them after you hide them. Well, until next time, folks.
Merry Christmas.
And also, where the fuck did you get my jockstrap from?
I think you know where.
And if you need anyone to give eulogies at Undertaking LA, if the family's too struck with grief and you need someone to speak, where either of us are available.